Hello and welcome to News Across Nigeria. I'm Ayotunde Balogun. And on the program today, National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons gives succor to 3,000 victims of attacks of southern Kaduna. Governor VIO condemns herdsmen attacks on Osisa community in Delta State, which has claimed 7 lives. And Governor Tanko Almakura flags off housing scheme to address deficits in Nasarawa State. We begin in Lagos State, southwest Nigeria, where Governor Ambode has ordered the immediate and permanent withdrawal of vehicle inspection officers, otherwise known as VIO, from roads across the state. Governor Ambode announced this while commissioning some projects at the Ojudu-Berger area of the city. He also directed the Federal Road Safety Corps to limit its operations to the fringes and highways and steer clear of main streets of the state. According to Governor Ambode, the decisions were in line with his administration's resolve to ensure free flow of traffic across Lagos State, noting that their activities were contributing to traffic congestion on the roads. As an alternative, he added, the state government will employ technology to track and monitor vehicle registration and MOT certifications and de-emphasize impounding vehicles on the roads. At least 8 people have been reportedly killed following the outbreak of cerebrospinal meningitis in 4 local government areas of Kaduna State, northwest Nigeria. This was confirmed to newsmen on Monday by the State Commissioner for Health and Human Services, Dr. Paul Dogu, who disclosed that the 8 deaths were recorded from 11 confirmed cases as at May the 5th this year. He also disclosed that the state recorded 68 suspected cases in 15 local government areas, but then 11 cases were confirmed to be CSM and 8 among them died. He lists the affected local government areas to include Kaduna North, Kaduna South, Igabi and Giwa. Dr. Dogo, while stating that proactive measures were being taken to curtail the further spread of the disease, also announced that relevant personnel of the ministry are handling procurement of medical consumables to health facilities for case management. The National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons has donated relief materials to more than 3,000 victims of attacks in the southern part of Kaduna State. This gesture, according to the Federal Commissioner in charge, Sadiya Farouk, is to lessen the suffering of victims.
National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons is tasked with the responsibility of providing solutions for individuals and communities displaced by conflict situations or man-made and natural disasters. Victims displaced by the southern Kaduna violence are the latest beneficiaries of the Commission's relief materials, which include mattresses, blankets, bags of rice, oil and other food items.
The provision of relief materials today, therefore, does not reflect the totality of our interventions as a Commission. Neither does it represent what we hope to achieve. Rather, it is a means for us to demonstrate to you that we empathize with you, with your plight of the affected populations, and assure you all that we are very committed to our responsibility.
About 3,000 persons are known to have been displaced in 4 local government councils of Kaduna State during attacks by gunmen suspected to be herdsmen.
I assure you that our presence will be felt through our special interventions created to solve the specific challenges faced by vulnerable groups such as women, children, the elderly, the infirm and the disabled.
While pledging to make their lives as normal as possible, the Commissioner also announced that the IDPs will not have to live in the camps for much longer. The authorities in Kaduna State are grateful.
During this incident, 4 local governments in Kaduna State were affected. And in that situation, over 3,000 families were affected. And it was based on that you responded to that. We are saying thank you too.
Meanwhile, soldiers have been deployed to southern Kaduna to flush out the armed bandits, and the locals hope the presence of the security operatives will help provide a permanent solution to the crisis between them and herdsmen.
Now, in spite of appeals by communities for protection against herdsmen attacks, the rampaging herders have continued to wreak havoc in various parts of the country. One of the latest communities to fall victim is Osisa in Dokwa East local government area of Delta State, where 7 people have been reportedly killed. Days after the incident, Governor VIO paid a visit to the people who have called on the government to take proactive steps to check the herdsmen menace.
Distraught residents of Osisa community in Delta State wailing over the gruesome murder of their husbands and sons by suspected Fulani herdsmen. Men and youths chant words demanding the immediate ban and outright withdrawal of herdsmen who, according to them, have made farming and life unbearable. Just 4 days ago, 7 people were killed after suspected herdsmen attacked their community. The governor, Ifanyo Kowa, is in the community to commiserate with the residents who take turns to narrate their ordeal.
Don't know what to do. Look at the youths. They're all lying. No job. We have been pursuing them. Go to the farm, so that you can get something. But each time you go to the farm, the Fulanis will pursue you back with their guns.
Now it's no longer a case of let us leave. It was a choice to make between death and life. You don't expect people that are with cutlass to go against people that are with sophisticated weapon of AK-47 rifle and atomic bomb. I am an eyewitness to what I am saying. So for how long will we be in this danger of the people that we are not even in common boundary with?
Worried by the development, Governor Kowa promises to deploy policemen to the community to checkmate the menace of herdsmen. But this is not enough assurance to the people.
We are going to send a detachment of mobile policemen to stay with the community and to, at the moment, until we have the communique that have recently in Abuja, there was a meeting involving traditional rulers and many persons with the Inspector General of Police. And certain decisions have been taken.
The peace in Delta State in recent times has been disturbed by the alleged killings by herdsmen, with frequent clashes between them and local farmers in the state. This appears to have become a huge challenge, one that the state government insists the federal government must come up with solutions to.
Meanwhile, the Niger Delta Development Commission, the NDDC, has firmed up plans to collaborate with the Nigerian Bar Association's Niger Delta Task Force to resolve conflict in that region. Chairman of the NDDC Governing Board, Senator Victor Ndoma says the challenge of development in the Niger Delta is that of peace, which the federal government is doing its best to address.
These are members of the Nigerian Bar Association, Niger Delta Task Force. Their responsibility is simple: to address the crisis in the Niger Delta region. The NDDC chairman, Senator Ndoma Egba, while playing host to the NBA, says that it will be difficult to develop the Niger Delta without an integrated plan.
No developed country develops without a plan. So for the current board, the challenge is either to only validate or upgrade or come up with a new master plan.
The chairman of the NBA Niger Delta Task Force says the purpose of the visit is to bring all stakeholders in collaboration with the various tiers of government to bring to an end the crisis that has plagued the region.
The role of the task force is primarily to assist your commission, government and other agencies of government on the Niger Delta to resolve the crisis. Beyond this primary goal, the NBA through the task force were also to act as a bridge between your commission as representative of government and those at the grassroots level that are affected by the crisis.
Part of the responsibility of the group is to hold town hall meetings with communities in the Niger Delta to advocate peaceful resolution of the crisis, and also to impress on the indigents of the region that carrying arms blowing up pipelines, kidnapping and other vices are not the best way to resolving crisis.
When we come back on the program, the Niger Medical Association visits River State Governor Nyesom Wike. Stay with us.